Alright, welcome to part 2 of familiar training. In this video we're gonna look at Pact 2. So, one thing you want to look at, once you're done with, like I said, you're done with Pact 1, you've gotten your 2 big familiars, Aquarius and Territe. You've gotten them to at least adult so that you can train them up to level 50. Now it's time to start doing your Pact number 2. And you're gonna be doing Pact 2 just until you can unlock Pact 3, because you need to go to Pact 3 ASAP. Even though there's some good familiars in Pact 2, you're gonna try to unlock Pact 3 and then switch right away to Pact 3. Unlike Pact 1, where you really want to get those 2 to adult, those 2 familiars. But that doesn't mean that there's not good familiars in Pact 2. So we're gonna look at them. I said that for Pact 1 you're gonna start with 1B. For Pact 2, it's the best familiar in Pact 2 is probably Tempest Type, but it's gonna take a long time to get it to Elder, because he's good at Elder. What you want to try to get is some of the smaller ones to adult before you start working on Pact 3. So I suggest you start with 2B. For these 2 hero familiars, I'd say even Boulder is good. So why do you want to do 2B first? There are a couple things. So first of all, RP is really good because once you get it to adult, so that means level 20, in order to get it to level 20, I think you need 10 runes, and then once you get it to level 20 and 10 runes, you upgrade it to adult, and then you get the skill called First Class, which gets you random VIP point item. So that can be like 100, 200, 500, 1,000, and then 5,000, which is really nice to get 5,000 VIP points. The cooldown is 4 days. At level 10 it's 1 day. I don't recall. So basically what you're gonna try to do is at least get it to adult, and then upgrade it to level 50, which gives you level 8. So I think at level 8 you get a cooldown of 1 day and 8 hours, and you get like 2 items. So that's still pretty good, and you want to do that because it takes a really long time to get VIP 50. It takes about 2.5 years, I guess, something like that. Between 2.5 years and 3 years. It takes a really long time. I just got it. This account is 3 years old. I mean, I say I just got it. I've had it for a couple weeks at least. You see, I keep hitting that scale just because. So that's what I have over the maximum. So that's the first. That's one of the good ones you want to look at in 2B. The other one, Bonehead, is really good for the first skill is storage, anima storage. I mean, it's good. It's especially good when you don't have a lot of springs, because the springs also gives you storage. So if you're running a comp with low, not a lot of springs, but more spire, then you can use your bags. But at least you can still produce and have a certain level of storage. I mean, it's not groundbreaking. That's not the best skill. The best skill is Ready to Rumble. At level 1, every 2 days you get 3 Coliseum entries, and at level 10, every day you get 10. That's especially good for when you migrate. So you get to another kingdom, you just hit that skill, you get your 5 daily plus 10 you get from that skill. That's really good to go back to a nice rank in the Coliseum. Aside from that, Boulder is nice for the overtime. That's a skill that gives you max help for construction. That's really good while you're still. It's good if you are still building up your buildings. So if you're low to mid level, if you don't have a very active guild, or you're on a different time zone, then that's also good to use that to get max help. You get stone production on this one. These are nice, but they're not the skills you really want. Krabby gives you XP boost. I mean, takes what, about a year to get level 60, something like that. After that, this skill means nothing. So that's usually once you unlock this, you can dump a couple rooms in that skill if you're not level 60, but otherwise doesn't mean anything. And then you get ore production. Pyrus is a good one, but it's gonna take you a long time to get Elder stage, and I suggest that you don't that you only unlock Elder stage after you've maxed out level Pact 3. So don't. I know people are like, yes, I wanna Pyrus some other players. I wanna kill some of them troops, even if they're shielded. I understand that, but it's not worth it. Trust me on that. What's good is the transmutation time. I mean, it's 10%. There's also a research that reduce it, so you can get let's say the 8 hours go all the way down to 6 hours 20 minutes if you have both this maxed out and the research. Really suggest that you at least unlock the adult stage, so you can start putting some frags into this skill. Don't use rooms. You should only use rooms once you've reached Elder stage, and even then, there's really no point in merging some Pact 2 if you've reached Elder stage with this one, because you're gonna want to do other packs. And as far as supplies, it's when you get attacked, you get defeated on your turf, you're gonna get supplies. Well, this just boosts it by 20%. It doesn't apply often, unless you're really bad, and some players are bad. So if we look at 2A, I suggest you do 2A afterwards, after you've gotten your 2B familiars to level 20, at least the small ones, and then you can switch to these. Sorcerer is really good, probably the best one. Yeah, it's arguable. Sorcerer is really good because you get that skill once you reach it to adult, to instantly complete an ongoing transmutation. So level 1, it's 4 days, but if you max it to level 10, it's every day. So I use that every day, especially when you get like a 12-hour essence, which really goes down to about 9 hours if you have all those research and the Pyrus skill. But it's really good. I use it every day. Obviously, like I said, you should really just at first you should only get these Pact 2 to level 50, and make sure you go do your Pact 3 before you go back and complete them and get their Elder stage. So level 8, I think it's something like 1 day and 16 hours, so 40 hours total. It's pretty good. It's very worth it still. The other one, Tempest is probably the next best one because, or maybe some people think he's the best one because of Ship Ahoy. So at level 1 refreshes the cargo ship. That's really good for Guildfest because there are some quests regarding the cargo ship, and at level 10 it's every day, so you can use that even outside of Guildfest. I use that every day because you can get some really nice goodies from the cargo ship. You can get tomes, you can get elixir, so you want to do your trades on the cargo ship. Every time it refreshes and every time you can hit that skill, you should refresh it. And then it gives you a timber production bonus, which is nice, but yeah, that's what it is. Evil Wheel is also really good because you don't really care about food production. You should probably be negative on food production with the upkeep, but that skill Gather Round is really nice because it's every 2 days, and at level 10 it's every day. You get 4 hours worth of resources. At my level, I'm getting I don't know, around, well, let's look at it. I'm getting 1 million per hour on each resource except for gold and food. So like 1 million, so that means like nearly 4.8 million in wood whenever I hit that skill. And 322, what I usually do though is I have well, I don't have a set, but if you use research, there's some equipment that you can use to boost food. This one gives me, yeah, no, I should use this one for timber. So if I use that, I'm getting 433 food, 1.3 in timber, and then 115 gold. So you hit that skill, and that's 4 times the amounts that you see here. Goes to your goes in your resource, and I usually send the food to the bank. So I don't have this skill at the moment. It's off cooldown. Every time I see it, I hit those skills. They're really great. So yeah, that's a good familiar to have. And Strix is not really great. Healing speed, really, unless you're very active and fighting, it's useful in Dragon Arena also. Otherwise, you can heal overnight a lot of the troops, reduce the execution wait time. I mean, I guess if you're very active, you're hunting for leads, it can be good, but for most low-level players, there's not much use in that skill. Now, Tempest Type, I talk about it last because as much as I think it's the best one when it's maxed out, because you don't really care about your wall defense. When it's adult though, energy regain 10%, that's really good. I love that because I do a lot of monster hunting, so you want to get your energy back up faster, so it's really good. But like I said, you're gonna have it at level 8 for a long time, because I don't suggest that you max it out first. I suggest that you get it to level 20, at least unlock adult, and then keep training it to level 50, and then it's gonna be locked there because you're not gonna have the runes. Because like I said, once you unlock it to level 20, make sure that you move to Pact 3. You need to go to Pact 3. Pact 3 is really good, and we're gonna talk about it in the next video. But so that's why I'm saying that at first it's not a great familiar, because it's only gonna give you that. But once you get it to Elder, you're gonna get it's an active skill with a 4 to 3 day cooldown, and you get between 3,000 and 20,000 T1 troops. T1 troops, you don't use them for combat. You don't want to defend with T1. I mean, you could attack with T1. I mean, you can waste them if you want, but only if you're in KVK and you want to attack tiles. That's what I would do. Every time I get infantry or range T1s, I just dismiss them. I keep Cav and I keep Ballista. And the reason for that is that Cav are really good for gathering because they are fast. They move faster than the other troops. And then Ballista is good for defending. I mean, it's not good for defending, but at least it's useful and it does not give you a negative morale when you fight. So that's why it's great. And the other thing is you need to have T1 buffer. When I say buffer, I mean because you remember the other familiar Pyrus that can attack your troops even if you are shielded. Well, they're gonna attack T1, or at least they're gonna attack the lower tier troops first. So you want to have a buffer line of T1 so that when someone sends you a Pyrus attack, they are gonna attack your T1. So you don't want Pyrus to cut into your T2 or T3 or T4. You don't want to have a naked line of troops. You want to have buffer in front. So a bunch of T1, because they get kills. They're not being sent to the infirmary. They're getting kills. So that's why Tempest Type is useful, but it's only useful. I'd say it's really only useful at when it's Elder level 60. So as far as my familiars, I think I have all of them maxed. The level. So you see, Pyrus is maxed. Tempest Type is maxed. These are Pact 3. So Pact 2, Krabby. Like I said, I don't care about XP. I'm level 60, so I still have a couple rooms. This is maxed. This one, I'm waiting to use frags, so I'm waiting for either Guildfest or the mini event to finish this. This is maxed. So, and then you got all the pack one, and I'm not done taking my pack one to level 60, so that's why they're not maxed, but they're not the ones that I really care about. I don't really care about stone. It's only gonna give me like 8% production, a supply, travel speed, food. I really don't care. Wood, I'm still missing 8% here. The vault storage, it go up to 10%. It's really nothing. You migrate and 3% more resource that you can keep. It's minimal. And then those are P2P familiar. So yeah, that's about it for level 2. Like I said, you should start with level 1, pack 1. Get your rare familiars at least to adult. Then move on to pack 2. For pack 2, you should get all of them to at least adult, and then make sure that you unlock pack 3 ASAP. You will have plenty of time to finish up pack 1 and pack 2 after you've done a pack 3, because pack 4 takes a really long time to unlock. So that's about it for pack 2. I'll talk about pack 3 in the next video.